Hi traders, today we are diving deep into one of the most powerful concepts in trading, liquidity sweeps, and how to identify them using order flow charts, also known as footprint charts. Whether you are trading futures, forex, or crypto, knowing how big players look for liquidity can give you a real advantage. By the time you finish this video, you will understand what liquidity sweeps are and why they happen and how to identify them on order flow chart. Three practical strategies to trade these setups and common mistakes to avoid. Before we jump in guys, take a moment to check out our other order flow videos on our channel homepage, and if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you'll be always up to date with our latest trading content. So let's dive into the subject. So what exactly a liquidity sweep is? Simply put, it's when large market participants purposefully push price beyond into the areas where they know the stop losses will be. So take this for example. Here there is a one low, and around this there is one low, and there is one low, and there is one low. So what this tells you is it's very obvious that if someone has to go long, they will keep their stop losses just below these areas. So what happened next? There was a strong down move below these obvious lows, and then prices went up. So this we can call it as a liquidity sweep. So these big players, they generally target three main areas for these liquidity sweeps. First one is just beyond the obvious support and resistance levels. So what is obvious support and obvious resistance levels? It will be generally previous highs, previous lows, or if the market is in bigger consolidation, these highs we can call it as resistance, and these lows we can call it as support levels. So around these areas there is a good possibility for liquidity sweeps, and below recent swing low and swing high. So let's say for example, if the prices are coming down and before a prices really makes a higher high, there will be a liquidity sweep like this. So whoever have went longs little early, they will be taken out. So this is a second thing. And generally around round numbers, the larger the round number, more probability is that a liquidity sweep will happen around that number. The key insight here you need to understand is this guys, these are not random price movements, they are deliberate calculated actions by large players who need to fill their positions. And this is where our footprint charts helps a trader, giving us a front row seat to this liquidity sweep. So to understand the liquidity sweeps using footprint charts, first of all you need to understand what is a footprint chart. So let me quickly recap what these footprint charts are. So these footprint charts are nothing but the live orders that are getting executed in the market. So whatever the orders you look at in the zero the terminal or broker terminals, that we can call them as the limit orders or resting orders, because they are not yet executed. But here these orders are after executed orders. So let's say you placed some order at 1,000 rupees buy order. So once a market order gets executed, and this 1,000 order will be printed on the left side. So let's say some other seller placed 1,100 rupees sell order, and once this order gets executed, when it will get executed, when a market order is placed, it goes and executes at the 1,100 rupees. So then that will be printed on the right side of the candlestick. So here both market order and limit order is there. Here also both limit order and market order is there. As I explained here, right side of any candle are nothing but the buy orders or market orders that are getting executed at the sell price or ask price, and left side orders are nothing but the market sell orders that are getting executed at the bid prices. Since I have touched the basics, let's understand the key elements of this order flow. The first thing is delta. A delta is the net difference between buying and selling volume. So when I say buying and selling volume, right side are buy orders or market buy orders, left side are market sell orders. Whatever the net difference between these right side and the left side, we call it as a delta. So if you look at here, 559 is the delta. So same thing here, negative 999. So what this means is more number of sellers are there here, Now, second thing we need to understand is the imbalances. These imbalances are always looked diagonally. So if you look at here, there are 224 market buy orders and 17 market sell orders. So higher the ratio, more powerful it will be, and it indicates some big people are entering around the area. The third thing you need to get an idea about to understand this liquidity sweeps is the absorption. So if you look at here, on right side we discussed it's all the market buy orders. So despite of market buy orders, do you see prices made a higher high, but where the price is closing here, it is closing somewhere inside the previous candle. So this speaks about these are being absorbed passively by the limit sell orders. So this we can call it as a absorption. There are plenty of other concepts, but these three concepts play a crucial role in understanding the liquidity sweeps. Let's analyze a textbook liquidity sweep using a footprint chart example. In the starting of this video, we had discussed that these liquidity sweeps generally happen at previous lows or recent swing lows like that. So if you look at here, we are taking the 30 minutes chart Nifty. So here there is the 30 minutes low, and in the morning first 30 minutes itself you have a big order of 1.3k on the left side. Focus in this area, there are good aggressive selling initially in this candle. So as the prices went below this huge volume area, volumes totally decreased. So this speaks about there is a liquidity sweep happening here. So not only that, look at how the delta has shifted. So here there is a 1.6k delta negative, and from this to 325 negative delta, and from here to 1.4k positive delta. So this gradual shift from 1.6k to 320 negative 325 and positive 1.4k, this clearly says that buyers are aggressively entering here, sellers have clearly failed. Not only that, look at the buying pressure. So look at where the imbalances are happening around the lower levels. There is a 703 strong buyer against 146 seller. So this is 4 or 5 times greater than the 146 seller here. And here look at this, as the delta is shifting, 279 buyer against 11 seller, 128 buyer and 1 aggressive seller. All these things indicated that there will be a strong move, and the prices moved very strongly upside. And look at next day also, the prices started going upside. Now next we are going into the three main trading strategies using this liquidity sweep, and along with the order flow charts concepts which we have discussed. The first one is failed liquidity sweep entry. So to understand this failed liquidity sweep entry, so let's take Reliance here. I'm taking this example. Somewhere on 25th March there is a previous swing high, and on 28th March there was a liquidity sweeps. Because this will be a contrarian, if the prices, let's say, breaks the previous swing high, never take a trade. So any clean close here with a buying imbalances, prices will likely go upside. If the prices goes beyond the previous high and comes back into the previous swing high area. So what happened here, there is good amount of buying that has happened around the previous swing high, which is indicated by strong buying imbalances. At the same time, strong delta is there. But despite all these things, what happened, price is closing below these buying imbalances. So what this basically tells you is buyers couldn't able to hold the higher high levels. So it is clear a case of absorption happening at these higher levels. Once the prices breaks, let's say, this low by few points, then you can take a trade with a stop loss just above the liquidity sweep high, and look for minimum 2 risk to reward ratio. This is first strategy. The second strategy is the reversal confirmation. This is slightly more conservative approach. The only drawback with the first strategy is that very rarely what happens, 20-30% of the time, even after prices breaking the previous low, there is a possibility prices might go upside. So to avoid all these things, what happens, we are looking for confirmation after a reversal. So there is a reversal here, so you look for a confirmation. What is confirmation? Always look for a pullback. So there is a pullback here, and the strong absorption areas that acted as a good resistance area, and then there was a downside breakout. So once the prices breaks below this level, look for a confirmation from the delta here and look for imbalances on left side and price close below the imbalances. So you have multiple things here. You can take a trade and your targets will be anywhere between 1.5 to 2 times to that of your stop loss orders. So this is the second strategy, guys, which is a conservative one. And the third strategy we are looking at is the engineered liquidity trap. This is the small variation of the previous two strategies, and this is bit advanced and little riskier. In this strategy, what we do is try to identify the previous swing high or swing low. Once you identified, expect the prices will have a liquidity sweep here, and try to keep your entry points, short entry points, just above the previous swing highs, and you look for exiting with 1.5 to 2 risk to reward ratios. So to become good at this, it's very important you keep smaller stops and smaller position sizing. So these are the three strategies you can use along with the order flow in your trading. Now let me share the most common pitfalls when trading liquidity sweeps. So the first one is mistaking a genuine trend continuation for a sweep. Just because a price breaks a level doesn't mean it will reverse. Always confirm with the footprint data. So the second mistake is entering too early. Many traders try to jump into the first sign of reversal. Be patient and wait for confirmation through proper order flow signals. So even before the candle closes, we look at the imbalance and we assume that that is going to be the confirmation, and we try to enter. So once the candle closes, that imbalance might disappear because again the sell orders might come. Third mistake most retail traders do is using improper position sizing. These setups can be very volatile. More than stop losses, position sizing is very important. Fourth is trying to trade against the major trend. Let's say if the previous day high is breaking continuously, it indicates the main trend is upside. Now what happens if there is a reversal around this area? It's less likely, it may not work. So what you do is, there is a swing low around this previous day, so try to trade around those areas. So if the prices comes down towards the previous day swing low, then look for a buying opportunity. So try to trade towards the previous high and watch for whether the previous day's high or low is breaking or not. Don't ignore the bigger context. And finally, not understanding the time of the day. Liquidity sweeps are most common during market opens, closes, and around major economic announcements, because this is where the more amount of volatility will be there, and it will be very easier for the big players to do a liquidity sweep. So there you have it, a comprehensive look at liquidity sweep through the lens of order flow charts, also known as footprint charts. If you find this video valuable, my next video, it is going to give you further insights into order flow charts. Don't miss it, guys. Until next time, trade smart and follow the order flow. Thank you. Have a nice day, guys.